It's 5:34. I'll call the hearing to order. It's a public hearing for an application for subdivision under the Mount Holly subdivision regulations. Today is Tuesday, December 16th. We've got a fanfare going. Property owner listed as Gregory Kelly for Bowlsville. No E911 address yet?
Correct, as far as I know.
Okay. Just listed as 00 Bowlsville Road North, I guess. The subdivision proposal is for an approximately 55-acre lot into two lots of 28 plus or minus and 28 plus or minus. Today we have the applicant and I guess we'd say agent of the owner.
Yeah, representative.
Wife of the owner.
Yeah, representative.
Okay.
I'm his sister-in-law.
Oh, okay, sister-in-law. I'm just going to go through our procedure here. I'm supposed to, I did read the warning. Today we're going to have a very brief presentation on the proposal from the applicant, and then we will identify conflicts of interest, interested parties, and then entertain questions from the commissioners and questions from the public. I'll start with, I'm supposed to swear you in. Yeah, I know, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah. I didn't plan on lying anyway, so.
Well, that's good. If you can't repeat after me, I hereby swear that the evidence I give
I hereby swear that the evidence I give
in the cause under consideration
in the cause under consideration
shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth under the pains, I'll start there,
shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
Thank you. You are sworn in. I'll ask you, actually let's do any conflicts of interest or ex parte communication from any commissioners.
Not that I know of.
None. Thank you. Interested parties are defined by statute in Vermont, 24 VSA, section 4465B. You must be identified as an interested person in order to take any appeal of any decision based on this proceeding. Is there anyone who would like to be identified as an interested party? Typically those are neighbors and adjoining landowners. Anybody here who would like to be identified?
Yes, I'd like to be identified.
Okay, we have Mr. Manning, Mr. Gates. Anyone else?
Yes.
And Mr. Tirico. Okay. Faith, can you confirm that these are in fact parties that you've mailed notices to?
Yes.
All three?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, that to me is sufficient to identify you all as interested parties in this matter. Is there anybody in the commission that has any questions about that or concerns about that?
We're all abutting landowners, correct?
That's my understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, their names are all on here.
They're all identified in the plat. Okay. I'll use unanimous consent to list you all as interested parties in this matter. Okay, thanks. I'll ask the applicant, Lisa, to say a few words about the subdivision and what you're trying to accomplish here, what you're asking us to authorize.
Okay, so my brother-in-law Greg and his sister Cindy were given this land from their mom, who owned other property around the area. The sister lives in Australia, my brother-in-law lives in California, so he wants to keep this in the family. So he is subdividing the parcel into two to give to his brothers. I don't know what the plans that my other brother-in-law has for his part, but Chris and I intend to build a full-time residence approximately where the cabin might be.
Okay. Anything else? That's all?
I think that's it.
Probably covers it, yeah, okay. Let's go through quickly what exhibits you're bringing to us. We have what you're calling the final plat, right?
Yep.
This is what has the changes we asked for with
Yep.
removing.
My
area.
sister-in-law, because it was, yeah, she was on the deed when we started the survey process last year, but she quit claimed her interest over to my brother-in-law.
Okay.
So he's the sole owner now.
Okay, and we have no wastewater permits for either yet?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what that means for us is that we'd be looking at for loose terminology here, but a deferral of permit where we would only allow, our regulations only allow us to do that when we require there be no development on the property until it comes back for further review. Right, is that understandable? Okay. Do we have any other, we have the deed reference in the application. We have the quitclaim deed that you've mentioned. Is there any other documentation that you think we should be reviewing?
I don't think so.
Anything we have
We do
from,
not have the quitclaim deed,
Should be,
unless it has been recorded recently.
it should be recorded here at town office,
okay.
because that was done earlier in the year.
Okay.
Okay, and just to clarify, the parcels are currently owned by
Greg Kelly.
brother-in-law, and his intention is not to retain any interest in the property.
Correct.
And to divide it equally between his two brothers.
Yes.
One of whom is your husband.
Yes.
Okay. I think that kind of covers my initial questions and what we have for evidence. Do the other commissioners have any questions at this time before we get into questions from the interested parties?
I'm just curious, because I don't know if you've done it before. If, when you want to build, you got to come back to us with the wastewater permit and the other permits from the state, is that going to require the full procedure as if you were subdividing again, with notifying everybody on the neighbors? So it'll,
Yeah, the neighbors.
I'm just trying to confirm that.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's my understanding. So
Yeah.
when we get to that point where we've got Kevin out there and we do our wastewater and identify exactly where we're gonna be, which we suspect will be somewhere around the cabin. It's on the other side of the field, there's tree buffers, where things will be finalized.
Right.
Then we would come back with just the 27.4 acre piece would be my understanding. We would just come back with that.
Right, but it would go through the whole.
Whatever that
the whole
process is.
Same cost, same notification, same.
I thought that if we do it within the year, we would be exempt from paying it.
I think what we discussed, and we'd have to get we'd have to get that on the record in this hearing, what we discussed is if they're able to complete the transactions, if this is approved, complete the transactions within a year, we would waive the fee, as long as we have enough to pay for the noticing warnings.
Yeah.
That's what we discussed. That's up to the commission to determine. I think that could be something we don't have to decide at this moment, but we can decide in our
And given how long
deliberations.
this process is, it's likely that it might be next spring, and I probably would have to pay it anyway,
Right.
but.
And just for also clarification, since this was discussed at a sketch plan review, my understanding, and correct me if it's wrong, is the reason that this is being done in those two stages is because the applicants do not yet own the land.
Correct, and it's gonna be a gift from my
Right,
brother.
and that's true. We need to get on the record that this falls under the gift provision of our regulations. And that's part of why certain parts of the normal requirements aren't being expected. So when the applicants, if the process completes and it's approved, the applicants will own the land and then be able to do their design. But it is your intention to build on the property.
At least, half of it, yeah.
The part you would
A full,
potentially own.
yeah, where we would live
Okay,
full
I just want to
time.
state that in case there's any questions from
Yeah.
the interested parties. All right. If there's any, Andy, did you have any questions on Zoom?
No, I didn't. I do
agree with the point you made, John, that we need to be very clear on the record why this is exempted from the usual requirement that there be approved wastewater permits at this time. And when, Lisa, when you said this was a gift, you're saying that there's not going to be any payment to anyone in connection with the transfer of title, is that right?
Correct.
With the conveyance of the lots?
Yeah, my brother-in-law's paying for all of that part. He even paid the $400 fee. He reimbursed me.
Right. But you're not buying it from?
No, it's a gift. Yeah.
Right, thank you.
Okay, any other questions from commissioners? No, okay. So let's go through one at a time. I'll start with what was on the top of my screen, Mr. Manning, I believe is your name. Do you have any questions about the process? Questions for the applicant or questions for the commission or comments?
Yes, a couple. One concern, a comment, but I tried to find the first sketch plan meeting to see what the subdivision is, where are the lines of one lot versus the other, the boundaries. And in the time I had available, I wasn't able to do that. So I'm wondering if there's a way, and I think Mr. Tirico and probably Tom Gates would be interested in the same thing. Is there a way to put a large form picture of this thing up, the boundaries, which would lead me to my other question is it appropriate to express interest or concern about where the road access is? That's my primary concern, to jump right to it, is not to complain about people subdividing it or building on it, but to keep that road to the maximum possible extent, class 4 through that stretch.
Can I
So
answer?
that's where my concerns lie, but I don't have a good geographic picture of what's proposed to begin with.
Yeah, let me start. Those are very valid and good questions and concerns. I think what I'll ask our clerk and administrative officer to do is put a copy of the plat. We have a PDF copy.
Yes, actually I have this one and I can send it to you and they can have a copy
We
for
can
themselves.
put a copy on our website. I believe we should be able to do
I
that.
have this new one in a PDF.
Yes, if you can send
Yep,
it.
I'll
You can send that to Faith.
Yep.
Yep.
We'll put it up on our website. And let's make a note that if we can, all future notices on our website, let's put the plat there too. I think that's fair. That's a good question. I'll say one thing and then I'll hand it over to the applicant to respond. One thing that also was discussed at the sketch plan review was the access. That is something that we require the applicants define. It's part of the regulations. And we had identified, I think on the very latest version of the plat, where the accesses are.
There's one on the class 4 road where parcel 2 is, and then down below there's a barway.
Yeah, they're
access.
identified as access parcel 1 and access parcel 2, and you'll see those. I don't know if we can get that up tonight.
John,
Yes, Andy.
that we could
The camera.
put the survey up.
Yeah, we can try.
So-
Patrick,
so-
are you able to zoom in on this?
So John, while they're doing that, hello by the way, I hope you're enjoying the house that you bought from the Doolittles. We love that spot.
That's a beautiful spot.
So Chris and I live in the village, and I came to the original sketch meeting, and the planning commission asked me about the access. Chris and I have zero interest in upgrading that road to make it more traffic friendly. So we're going to put our access down at the bottom where we currently access the property, and then the driveway will come up through the parcel. So we're not improving the class 4 road. There's not going to be any, people that go over that road right now have to have like Jeeps and we don't want more traffic. We want to be quiet out on our little spot we don't want more traffic, and we don't want it easier for people to be going up over the road.
It's not.
May I? You're talking about the sort of where there's an existing entrance, well,
Yeah.
just just uphill from the old milk house.
Yes, yep, just on the other side of that red barn, there's a break and so we would make that a little bit easier for us to get in and out of, but that's it. We're not up the class 4 road, we're not improving any of that. That's gonna be our access, and the parcel access will be on our property.
Can you guys see
We'll put
this
in
on-
we'll put in a driveway.
So let me, this is Bowlsville Road here. If you can see that line, it's a light yellow, it's very difficult to see, but you can see where my pen is moving. That's Bowlsville Road. This is parcel 1, this is parcel 2. You can see the property is divided almost exactly in half. The access is as close to the north as you can possibly get for each. I think that would be probably the best way to describe it. And the access will be from 103 on the north side, is that right?
Yeah, so you'll come up Bowlsville Road from 103.
So this way.
Yep, and then where the town currently turns around, just beyond that, we'll come in to the parcel, and then our access will be on our own property. We're not gonna improve the class 4 road.
Okay. What about you don't know what is proposed on the other parcel?
I don't know what my brother-in-law is gonna do. He has a house in Florida, he has another house in northern Vermont. I suspect it'll be vacant for a while.
Okay.
We're actually gonna try to buy it from him at some point, so we own the whole thing.
Okay.
For a moment, I'm also procedurally, I'm somewhat ignorant. Once I've had a chance to follow this meeting to look at it, is it possible to submit comments that would be considered relevant by the board?
I think we can take your statement as a reservation that you wish to submit comments by letter or through electronic mail, and we won't start deliberating, deciding this issue probably for a few days to a week, and then we have the holidays, so it'll be a little bit of time before we can give you, I don't know, I think it would be fair to give you, could you have something by the end of the week or by early next week?
Okay.
And then we
What
could,
other people have to say?
yeah, so we could let you reserve your right to comment that way, I think. Does everybody agree with that? Okay.
Very good. So question.
Stephen, I just want to make sure we got everybody agree. Stephen, did you agree with that? Okay. Andy? Andy, are we in agreement about the letter? Okay, good. Just want to check that. Mr. Manning, did you have anything else before we go to Mr. Gates?
Not right now.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Gates. Oh,
Yes.
Can you guys hear me?
yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay, great.
All right, Mr. Gates, if you just hold on, we'll let Mr. Tirico go first.
All right.
Go ahead.
So
Yeah, I'll be quick.
Oh, no.
I don't have any concerns. I'm just curious what the plan is for power. If it'll be underground or above ground.
Underground power, and we'll bring it in where our access is. So it'll be underground because we want to preserve the meadow and the view up there.
Okay, so that'll be your line?
Yeah, we would get, we can get it from down where Bowlsville Road is. I think there's a pole nearby, but we can bring it there to the access, and then it'll be underground from there.
Okay, I don't have any concerns.
I'll just clarify that you're not going to be doing that until you build, or you're going to be doing that sooner?
No,
or
we
later?
wouldn't do that until we get our wastewater permit and all
Right.
that. I mean, we're not gonna spend money until we know we're good to go.
Right, okay.
But for you, Tom, if you ever decided to do something, then the power would be theoretically farther up the class 4 road, right? For access?
Right.
Yeah,
It's still pretty far though, just curious.
yeah.
like the power. You're pulling the power from where?
The end of the town road where I think there's a pole there at near where the town class 3 road is.
Okay. So the only street light that's actually on Bowlsville Road is on my property, and it's fed by that. Are you going to go ahead and put more poles going up Bowlsville Road, or you going to pull it from John's property?
Wherever the Green Mountain Power, the final, there should be some sort of junction or pole farther up, and we would pull it from there.
So your intention is to run more poles all the way up Bowlsville Road to get the power up to you?
No. Where our access is probably less than 100 feet from John Manning's property, so there's got to be power there. So wherever that power comes to, then we would maybe put one more pole at our access, and then it would go underground from there.
Okay.
S-pole, I'm not sure whether it's on my land or the Zabransky's. I think it's on the Zabransky's, but it's very much.
Yeah, it's right there at the end of the Class 3 road, and we would pull
The
it.
issue will be how to cross, you'll have to cross the road from there.
Right.
And that, I don't know.
So probably one pole to get over and then cross with enough room for the town trucks, and then we would bring it up with conduit underground to where we're gonna build.
Okay. Alright. Very good. Yeah, my only concern regarding the wastewater permit, when they direct the pump above me, that definitely shifted the water table, and that created some minor issues for me. As far as the construction up top, I'm just curious to know if the water table will be shifted, if there will be a redirect in the water coming down the hill. My wife pointed out if it will adversely affect our well as well.
It should not. We're several hundred feet from where your property is. The state regulations, yeah, well,
This, I don't know about a pond, building a pond, but the state does heavily regulate wastewater. It's actually like out of this commission's hands of what they can do, so they engineer it.
I think it's 250 feet from nearby water sources, 250 feet. And we're twice that from where we're planning to
You're
build.
gonna be well over that.
Yeah, we'll be closer to 1,000 feet.
Yeah, I'll just point out that what the obvious maybe, but we don't have any plans before us for any development. That is, if this is approved, it'll be approved with the condition that there be no development whatsoever until there's another hearing when we do have a plan.
Yeah.
And that sounds like a very valid concern you have that I think we could probably address when there's some actual plan in
Right, when we have an engineer here with wastewater permits in hand and the safety zones around septic, but.
I mean, I think it's fair to say, maybe if you can characterize very briefly your concern, we'll just make sure it's on the record for next time. Any future development you wish to consider the impact on your blank. And what is the blank? Well, what is the, if you can fill in the blank for us, what is that you have any specific concern you can state it? Is it an impact on your well? Is it in
And water on your property.
surface water and aquifer?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Okay, great. Anything else from you, Mr. Trico?
The cabin that's up there, is the intention to demo that, or you gonna build out around it?
My brother-in-law would love for us to figure that out. I don't know that the cabin is in good enough shape. We're thinking about moving it a little bit and maybe trying to do something, but it might end up just being a demo. I think the raccoons have had their way with it.
You share the same concerns as John, right, and the road.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
I only had, we'll go back to the commissioners here now. Is that everything anything else from the interested parties? Okay, great, thank you. Thank you for that input. In terms of the access, so we don't have a development plan here, but we do know that you do have intention to build something.
Right, eventually.
You will have to improve something to get vehicles into the property, is that right? Or for emergency services, EMS?
Yeah, I mean, the bottom of that class 4 road is not that bad, but yeah, probably would
Up
have.
to, your
Yeah,
access?
probably.
Up to about there.
Probably about here would have to be improved a little bit.
Okay.
And
Is that
then-
something you would take on?
Yeah, we would have to do that,
Okay,
yeah,
because I'm pretty
town's
sure
on
I
the
know the
board.
select board's position on that.
Yeah.
I can't,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
In past, they've always said if you want to, well, what they said to the people on the other side when we owned there is if you want to improve the class 4 road, you can, but we're still not maintaining it. So they made it like better than the class 3 road, but they still had to, they plow it. The town doesn't take on any responsibility.
Right. Okay, I just wanted to be clear about that. That's something that we usually put in our decisions, that the town doesn't want any more responsibilities.
Yeah, we don't want them to be up there anyway.
Okay. It sounds like to me that that you are all on the same page about maintaining the character of the class 4 section of the road. Sounds like you're all in agreement on that, so it doesn't seem to be a dispute, that you all want it to kind of remain pretty rough.
Yeah,
That's one way of describing it. Overall, I'd just like to get a sense of whether all the interested parties are in general agreement with this being approved. Or have any, are there any objections, let's say?
No objection.
I don't have any objections.
In broad brush, and most of what I've heard, fine.
Okay, great, thank you for that. I think that probably, let's go through the commissioners one more time, and I think that'll probably bring us to the end of the hearing. Do you have any questions or concerns? No?
I do not.
No. Steve? Andy, on Zoom?
None here, thank you.
Alright. I think unless you have a final statement, I think we're at the point where we'll adjourn and enter our deliberations.
okay. How long before we'll know if this is approved?
We have 45 days to get a written decision out.
Okay,
Usually we shoot for right around the time of our next regular meeting.
okay, so by mid-January-ish?
Mid-January to the end of January.
Okay,
The holidays pose a little bit of a problem for getting together. Not super excited about meeting on Christmas, so.
I'm not worried about Christmas.
No, I know.
It's Hanukkah.
I know.
We're in the middle of it,
In
sorry.
the middle of Hanukkah.
Sorry about
night
that.
3, right?
Can we just confirm the date by which any interested parties should submit
Yeah,
any
so
written-
let's-
written comments?
If you have any interested parties, if you can get a letter to us by, should we say a week from today?
The 23rd.
The 23rd. Then we'll consider any electronic submissions from you between now and the 23rd in our decision.
You want to give them
Fair.
the email address?
You have the planning commission email address is posted,
And my email address
Or-
is on the notice.
or the address on the notice. Either way, that'll get to us.
I
Any
don't
other
have-
questions?
I don't really have any other questions, just we're really looking forward to getting this part done so we can start with the next phase, and appreciate everybody's time.
Looks like you're gonna get to look at our smiling faces for a whole nother year.
All right. Okay, with that, it's right, what is it, right 6 now?
You're not going to be
6:02.
the museum's neighbor.
6:02, hearing is adjourned, actually closed, and we are now going to deliberate until the final decision. Thank you all for joining us tonight.